always think I'm trying to throw you under the bus.
We live, ain't we?
We live. We live, folks. All right. This is Thursday Shorts, right? So we answer your questions that you send to us. And today we're going to talk about the 2 emergency funds we have, because moving abroad, all of this stuff, you've got to be prepared because life shows up, right? And you just never know.
It jumps all up in the way.
It does. It does. So that's why we got to a tree fund, man. Yes. But first, if you are new to our channel, my name's Halisi.
You're getting ready to get rid of me, huh?
Well, my name's Halisi.
And I'm Rick. Welcome to our Black Utopia.
It is our Black Utopia, and I love you very much, sweetheart.
You too.
On our channel, we talk about money, travel, and retiring abroad as we build generational wealth. Also, if you don't know, about 7.5 years ago, Rick and I got a wake-up call. We were getting close to retirement, and we looked at our money, and it looked crazy.
Crazy.
But about 4 years ago, we did get our financial act together, and we went from negative 22,000 in net worth to over 1.1 million as of today. Ching ching. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, please hit that subscription. Come on, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you know every single time we drop a new video or go live. And without further ado, we try to keep Thursday Shorts. We see you all in the chat. Hello, family. Hello. We even see some people from Colorado. We recognize you. We see you. We love you. And we're going to get started. So, according to CNBC, what they saying?
So CNBC says, I brought up this report in my research, a dual income household should have a minimum emergency fund of 3 months take-home pay.
A single member or single income family household should have 6 months worth of take-home pay in their emergency fund. 6 months.
Now, for these high earners, that make the big bucks.
The ballers.
They need to have a minimum emergency fund of 9 months take-home pay.
Because they believe in today's economy that it takes about 9 months for those on upper management to find that new job. However, if you are following the tenets of Beyond the Bling Money Mindset Makeover for Financial Independence, then take-home pay, there should be a big delta between your take-home pay and your expenses. So why you need 9 months worth of take-home pay when you live off of this amount of money is beyond me. However, so our first emergency fund.
Yeah.
You want to tell them about it?
So our first emergency fund is 2 years worth of living expenses.
Yes, 2 years worth of living expenses, not 2 years worth of our take-home pay from when we lived in the United States, having to pay for cars, pay for car insurance, pay for expensive health care, and all the rest of that nonsense. That doesn't make any kind of sense. So our first emergency fund, 2 years worth of living expenses. Our second emergency fund, and this is important, folks, because this depends upon who you are and what your financial obligations are. So as you know, we own 2 rental properties. So our second emergency fund is, we had 2 emergency, So our second emergency fund is our deductibles for each of those insurances, right? Plus about 3 months worth of the mortgage for each of those, right? Mm-hmm. So if we only had one, then it would be, I don't know, a $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 for the deductible in case there's something, big catastrophe that happens. And then 3 months of the mortgage. Because if you need to replace a dishwasher or replace an oven.
And you do.
Right?
It
happens. Exactly. You can use a little bit of that 3 months worth of mortgage to get that done. You want to make sure that you replenish that.
Pay it back. You
Yes.
have to pay it back ASAP.
Exactly. So if you have a single family home, which we have 2 single family homes, we cannot depend on other people's rent to pay that, if we had a multifamily home, right? And so we want to make sure if folks leave, if folks don't pay their rent, that we can cover that and we don't get into financial problems because of what our tenants are doing.
You got to give yourself some space. You
Yes.
don't want to be stuck there saying, okay, well, my renter left and I don't know what I'm going to do. You have to have yourself covered.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, what was the investment for? So there's a couple of other things that we want you to consider that we do.
Okay. So when we lived in the United States, God, when we lived in the United States.
I know. We live in Portugal, y'all.
When we lived in the United States, especially after the 45th presidential election, we had a to-go bag.
Yeah.
We had to get the hell out of here as soon as you can.
Go bag. And this may seem a little bit extreme, but all y'all know that I used to work in politics. And after speaking to some folks who worked in the upper echelons of the White House, and they told me they had go bags. I'm like, what do you mean you have a go bag? What does that mean? And they explained. So they had a physical bag that had clothes and, some toiletries and things like that, plus some cash, right? You always want to have some cash on hand. And I would say, regardless of where you live, you always want to have some cash on hand because, the ATM will only allow you to take out so much cash. So you always want to have a stash of cash. So we had $1,000 in, a fireproof little safe.
Yeah.
Minimal, right? You actually, because sometimes we had up to 2. And we had our passports in that fireproof safe. So that's something else that you should consider. Secondly, and this is especially if you live in a foreign country or if you live away from family. So we live in Lisbon, Portugal. Our family is in the United States. So this is not an emergency fund, but this is something that you should think about if you have emergencies. And we got this idea from our friends, Christina and Aman at Our Rich Journey. And that is to have someone that you can count on. To number one, if something were to happen, has the numbers of your family members in the United States or wherever your home country is, and they can call in case we cannot, but also has the financial wherewithal to get us out of a sticky situation if we cannot access our money.
Someone that you know and you can trust.
Yes.
And they would feel the same way with you. If they were in a sticky situation, they would be able to count on you too. But it's just always good to have.
Yeah, absolutely. So not 3 months take home pay, not 6 months take home pay, but 2 years worth of living expenses. When you are making a move abroad, or if you plan to be an avid traveler, if you want to remain debt-free, you want to make sure that you don't listen to the folks who are trying to keep you strapped to that job, working until the day you die with no financial independence. Do yourself a favor, pay yourself first. If you need help with that, we've got the answers for you, y'all.
Yeah, we do.
We have a course that is ongoing and is going to be changing a little bit at the first of the year, in that the price is going to go up. We're going to go into a subscription model. So you might want to get in now. It comes with monthly group coaching. It's called Beyond the Bling, because we need, as Black folks, to get beyond the bling. Money Mindset Makeover for Financial Independence. And that, you see the ticker below. Yes. If you're not into classes, you can always book a call with us. That information is below as well. As y'all know, we have partnered with Blacksit Global to present a Move to Portugal Virtual Summit. We are a week and a day away, y'all.
Wow, that came fast.
It did come fast.
Oh my God, I remember we were just talking about it.
Right? It did come fast. So if you are interested in the Move to Portugal Summit, there is the information below. Prices double next week. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Get your tickets today. We have over 24 experts waiting to talk to you. We have been talking to them. They are preparing. I have seen some PowerPoints and heard some presentations and all of that. And y'all, it is off the hook. It is off the hook.
Yeah, these are professionals. These are people that know what's going on.
Yes. We've got real estate folks. We've got tax experts, both for expat taxes and Portugal taxes. We've got immigration specialists. We've got the healthcare system and health insurance people to talk to. We also have congregated a bunch of Black folks for you to talk to that live all over the country, so you can ask all of those questions that you are dying to ask. So if you are interested in that, that information is below. And with that, y'all, we love you. We will see you on Sunday, where we are going to talk about a life without major regrets. It's time for you to take the turn and turn the page to that next chapter. It's really easy to get content and in a rut, but we're going to challenge you to step out and live life on your terms, as our friend Adelia always says, and live a life with no major regrets. Yes, Blacks Aglow. Krishan says, this is your one-stop shop if you want to move to Portugal. Y'all, the time is now. Things are changing. You do not want to wait. All this, I'm moving in 4 years, I'm moving in 5 years.
No.
We have remote work folks who will tell you how to get a job where you can work anywhere. So if money is the issue, come on over here, lower your cost of living, right? You got an emergency fund, but lower your cost of living and you can pay off some of that stuff that you couldn't pay off in the States. Y'all, it's time to go.
Yeah, sometimes it takes being in another place in order to take care of, to get rid of that debt.
Susie Orman got so mad once at the credit card companies that she let slip an emergency fund hack. Keep one card that you don't use as your emergency fund. And thank you, Professor. That is true. In case you cannot access cash, a major credit card that not Discover.
No.
Not Discover. We're talking American Express, MasterCard, or Visa. All right. That has a healthy limit? Allowance or limit on it? Yeah, absolutely. But now, y'all, that doesn't mean emergency is not a sale going on at Cortez Ingles. That's not, no.
It's for emergencies.
Emergencies, a true emergency, right? Things that are unexpected, right? All right, y'all. We love you. We'll see you on Sunday.
That was fast.
Bye.